Welcome back. Welcome back. Once again, you have reached PayDirt season 2026. Pay, what's good, my man?
I just knew you were doing Welcome Back, Cotter. I just knew that's what the history was doing.
I thought about it. It wasn't that long ago that I listened to that, to be honest with you.
Welcome back.
Yeah. It's good to be back. It's good to see football clips out there. Some scuffles over at the Bengals, which I'll talk about it running through the jungle after this, but I'm not going to talk about it here. But yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm ready to talk about football. I'm ready to talk about gambling. We got the creatures over there. I did have some technical difficulties. I have no idea. I was on the move. I was doing single dog parent duties and somehow unplugging everything, plugging things back in. I made what we call a boo-boo. But yeah, we got Christine.
That's not a dog, that's a bear.
I won't say that. Christine GBG, won't say it. We got Tim Lyons over here rocking in the chat. We appreciate you guys. We will talk about some things if you throw them out there for us. But we do have somewhat of an agenda going on today. We're going to get straight to it. Talking about football. So if you appreciate us doing this one, AA Austin's Art rocking with us. We appreciate you. If you like what we're doing here, please like, subscribe, thumbs up, share it, tell a friend to tell a friend where to get all your information for the year. We're going to look at some things where we find good value. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about betting by units. We're not talking about, it doesn't matter if you're laying $5 a bet, if you're laying $5,000 a bet. We're here for everybody. So we'll be talking about betting in units and where to look for the best bang for your buck as we go into this season. Hey, let's kick it off, man.
Your units are your business.
That's right. Ain't none of mine. What do you want to start with? You want to start with the division winners? You want to go right into division winners?
That's exactly what I want to start with. Football comes back in 2 weekends, not this weekend, the weekend after next. We have the Hall of Fame game. So right then and there, it is all systems go. So let's go ahead. Like you said, let's talk about those division winners. If I can find that on here. You know what? Let's start.
In the line above it was where it was for me.
Line above that.
Yeah, I'm looking at mobile too. So
okay, we have division winners. Let's go. Let's start. They have the first one. AFC West B, the favorite to win the division, as always. As long as you have an MVP on your squad, you should be the favorite to win your division. Buffalo Bills minus 136, followed by the defending conference champion. Ooh, the New England Patriots at plus 125. And that's where the story ends because plus 1,900 of the Jets. And thankfully, the Miami Dolphins have the Jets on their schedule twice because they're plus 4,000 to win a division.
Ooh, rough. Yeah, I mean, the AFC is a trash division when you look at it as a whole. We just say that and get it out in the air. It's the Patriots, the Bills. It's a two-team fight here. I don't care about the Jets or the Dolphins. We don't need to waste time on them. There's not a lot of juice to the squeeze here.
We don't even need to waste time watching them this year.
Yeah, it's a rough one down in Miami or over there in New Jersey. I lean Bills here. It's a much to do about the Patriots and how they're going to see a much improved schedule this year. They had one of the easiest, if not the easiest schedule in the NFL last year and really benefited from that. There's been some scandal, if you haven't noticed, over there in Foxborough. Yeah, man.
Were they cheating again?
They weren't cheating at football.
Oh, they took their cheating off field
that I know of. I believe this is off field cheating. But yeah, listen, I like Buffalo to win. the division. I like some of the pieces they brought in for the Buffalo Bills. I thought they drafted fairly decent for what they had. But I don't like the juice is not worth the squeeze here at minus 136. That's not a bet I want to wait 20 weeks to find out how it cashes. What say you?
B, you are we've been off for a little while, but you still speak my language. We are used to doing shows together because that seems like wasted money. It's a wasted folly. I like the Patriots and this what we're talking here. We're talking gambling here. At plus 125 is almost 2-1 there, B false. I'm not B false, but PayDirt. I like the value with that play. One, how long can a team not named the New England Patriots, headed by Bill Belichick and Tom Brady, the B&B boys, how long can a team get sit at the top of this division and not be challenged? I said that the Bills have won the division, pretty much walking away for the last close to a decade now, right? And they do have not this past year, but the year before last, MVP winner in Josh Allen. But it was the Patriots that won the conference this last year. Is it the Patriots' time to win this division? I'm taking that money. I like that value there at that play.
Yep, I'm going to abstain. It's not enough value for me. We got pay locking into Patriots. I'm going to spend my money somewhere else. Like I said, I like to get a little more return. 1.25. You're going to see here coming up in the AFC, the lowest I really want to get my money in for a division win.
Is that a segue to the next division on our list here?
It might be.
The AFC North, what they call the rough and tumble, the black and blue division. They are the favorites in that division are the Baltimore Ravens at minus 112. They've been the favorites for pretty much all of offseason. I think since the draft, right?
Yes, they have.
Now, before I'm gonna just go ahead and list down the other odds. Yeah, the Cincinnati Bengals right behind them at plus 184. The Steelers at plus 510, and the Browns, don't even think about it, plus 2,100. B, I have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Should the Ravens be the favorites of this division?
I believe they should be. Here's the reason why. I think there's not going to be a whole lot of scared money go on the number 2 Cincinnati Bengals. A lot of people have had, I've been struck by the broom, so to speak, by being a Bengals fan, let alone betting on them. I normally don't bet on them a whole lot. But so I understand why people would shy away from betting them. So I think the betting odds reflects that. The one that I'm surprised by with the betting odds is I'm surprised the Steelers are down there at over 5-1.
Why are you surprised by that?
Just because a lot of the time the lines are made not by where they feel like they're going to fall, but by how many people are going to place money on that line. And I'm surprised that line doesn't move. They still have a lot of main names over in Pittsburgh, big name players, new big name coach. A lot of the betting novice are very familiar with. So I'm surprised that they're not expecting more action on the Pittsburgh Steelers. At plus 510, I mean, is it worth a half a unit bet? I don't know, maybe. But my money's going on Cincinnati Bengals at plus 184. I like positive money for a team I think is a coin flip with the Ravens if both teams are healthy. Okay.
But where are you laying your money to win this division?
I'm putting it on Cincinnati Bengals.
So am I. I think if not now, when? You know what? I know this is a topic for a different show, maybe for the Running Through the Jungle official Cincinnati Bengals show coming after this. But I feel like the saxophones are getting loud for the Cincinnati Bengals and Joe Burrow. At some point, you're going to have to cash in these chips. I mean, we give Joe Burrow a long runway. We put him in top 3 quarterback conversations, maybe even top 2. Some people have him as the best quarterback in the league, right? And a lot of that goes to some playoff runs he's had, which is a long time ago now in football years. Mm-hmm. It's been, when was the last time they made the playoffs? So it's been, 3 seasons now?
3 seasons, yeah.
3 seasons, a lot of injuries, a lot of bad defense. Listen, you either crap or get off the pot. And I'm not talking about the Taco Bell lettuce right now. I'm talking about the Cincinnati Bengals. Either do it or we got to start having some uncomfortable conversations. And I believe they do have. I believe this is the season that all the stars align for them, especially in this division. Pittsburgh Steelers are, I'm not having them. The Pittsburgh Steelers are not in the same conversation with the Bengals roster concern. We're talking about rosters and schedules as it lines up right now. Talent is all on the Bengals side. I think the Bengals have more continuity. They did bring back Zach Taylor for whatever that's worth. The Ravens, they did have to overhaul their coaching staff. They've had some injuries and some players not, I guess, trend down a little bit. Lamar Jackson may be coming out of his prime a little bit. So this is now the time for the Bengals to strike. I'm with you. I'm taking that plus 184 for the Bengals to win this division.
Yeah, listen. Christine says, the Steelers bet at 5-1. Like I said, not mad at it. Not mad at taking a swing at 5-1.
Oh no! If you're gonna take some juice, why not?
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that at 8:05. How many wins the Bengals have to have for Taylor's job to be safe? That's an 8:05 conversation.
Now, while we are talking about the Steelers, there is another odd out there. We ain't got to get to it on this particular platform, but there is a 40-1 odd for the Steelers to finish with the fewest wins in the NFL.
That bet ain't for me.
Nah, that's not going to win. That's not going to win. I mean, but they do have a very geriatric quarterback, and if something were to happen, I could see there could be a situation in which they are neck and neck with the Miami Dolphins. Are you
calling something bad to happen on the 4th snap?
No.
Okay.
No, I am not.
I don't know what you're doing.
I would never do that.
All right.
But just in case.
Yeah, just in case. Just in case. There are some interesting plays here in the AFC.
Mm-hmm.
I'm intrigued by the AFC South. What do you think on that one?
So the AFC South, they have the favorite, the Houston Texans, plus 110, followed by Jacksonville Jaguars, plus 245, Indianapolis Colts in 3rd place at plus 380, and the Tennessee Titans at plus 800. Now, this is interesting, B. All of the odds are pretty much not much separated, not a lot of separation.
The most bunched group in the AFC, for sure.
For sure. The Tennessee Titans at plus 800. That's not even that bad. I mean, it's a bit of a gulf between the favorites and where they are, of course. However, I can make an argument that the Tennessee Titans have just as good a shot to win this division as anybody else. What do you think?
The Houston Texans, it's always going to be, is CJ Stroud going to look like he did his rookie year? Where's that land? That's the big question to me. Their defense is going to come to play. I like the maturation of the Jacksonville Jaguars though at plus 245.
Really?
So if you're putting gun to my head, I'm not even talking about plus 380 with the Colts. I would rather skip the Colts. Is there some talent there? Yes. There's talent at tight end. There's talent at running back. I just don't think there's enough to get them over the hump. I don't trust Danny Dimes, so I'm not. I would rather bet Cam Ward than Danny Dimes, especially with what they did in the coaching and the other players they picked up. I would rather bet the Titans at plus 800 than the Colts at nearly plus 400. So I don't think this one's going to make my bet slip, but I would be Jacksonville plus 245 would be my first take, and the Titans at plus 800 would be my second.
I like the Titans plus 800 as my pick, my official pick to win this division. As a future pick. Now, expectations change as we get into the season, but if I was putting in the money right now, that's my long shot.
You like the 8-1.
Let me tell you something. Robert Saleh is their new defensive coordinator. You got Cam Ward, who was a pretty good rookie, really good rookie, right? He's going to his second season. He's got Calvin Ridley now as a new wide receiver target. They are their offensive coordinator. Brian Daboll is a new offensive coordinator. What is he? Who's some quarterbacks that he's famously had under his tutelage? We just talked about him, Josh Allen. He can do some things with a quarterback, and I like what he's got all the tools. And what have we seen a lot in the parity era of the NFL? Worst to first is always a sure bet. I like that 8-1. And if anybody can win this, both South divisions, AFC and NFC, there are no world beaters. Give me this long shot.
I like it.
Moving on, the last AFC division we have here, AFC West. They're doing it again, B. They are doing it again. Yeah, overrating the Kansas City Chiefs plus 160 to win that division. Followed by the Los Angeles Chargers at plus 190. Denver Broncos, who were in the AFC title game, mind you, plus 225. The Las Vegas Raiders rounding out the bunch, plus 2,000. Why will the Raiders win this division, B?
I am not high on the Raiders. And listen, the Raiders are in the right direction. They're just not quite there yet. That's where I'm going to leave that one at. What I do like, though, this is actually the division in the AFC that hands down is my favorite pick. I think for what they've added in the offseason, getting another weapon for the quarterback, the defense is still like borderline elite with one of the best three defenders in the football playing in their defensive backfield. I think you have to look at the Denver Broncos at plus 225 to win this division as good money spent.
I agree with you. I think the Chargers, the Chiefs, I think there's a folly in there. At some point, I'm sick of the Justin Herbert stuff. Enough. It's overrated. He is what he is right now, and I don't think Harbaugh, your boy, is going to do anything fantastic with them. Man, I'm just not there with the Chargers. The Chiefs, I've been saying it for 3 years. What did he say? Is it more than 3 years? I might have been saying it for more than 3 years. It's the dynasty's over. It's enough. This is the year I can actually see them missing the playoffs altogether. Denver Broncos plus 225. You're going to tell me the team that won the division last year is third in odds to win it this year? Give me that. All day. Give me that. Shout out to Carlos Boozer.
I dig it.
Should we go to the NFC now?
100%.
Oh, man. Let's start with the most over-talked about division in all of football. The NFC West. The NFC East. I'm sorry. Wow.
Oh.
NFC East.
Slip.
Very fraudulent.
There's a reason to talk about the West. There ain't no reason to talk about these.
More reasons than usual lately. Shout out to Kyle Shanahan. Philadelphia Eagles plus 115 to win this division, and followed up by them boys, Dallas Cowboys plus 235, Washington Commandos plus 460, and the New York Giants, the G-Man, plus 600. I'll start this one off. I think the New York Giants had a great offseason, a fantastic offseason, until I found out that Matt Nagy was their offensive coordinator. And I said, you know what? Matt Nagy, he's a good offensive coordinator. He can do some things. I'm going to take out my Bears bias and what he did as the head coach. I'm not going I'm gonna let that go. And then I saw Cam Scatterboo try to do a backflip and fall and completely embarrass himself.
Fun CTE.
Fun CTE. Plus 600 is not high enough for the Giants at that. I'm totally out of the Giants after those two things. The Philadelphia Eagles, though, as the favorites, no, I'm not buying that whatsoever. And I'm almost ready to talk myself into the Giants. I'm into the Cowboys at plus 235, B. I'm almost there.
Mod, if you're out there, Mod? You hear that? It gets even more bizarre. I agree with you. I also, Cowboys plus 235 would be my play here. I'm as surprised as you are, but I look at the moves they made on the field, the turmoil off the field with the Eagles, the turmoil on the field with the Eagles. I don't know, man. Something about it just tells me that no, I didn't go crazy here. Dallas be one and done in the playoffs, but I think they can win the division. So I like them.
They brought in Caleb Downs, Quentin Williams. Listen, I'm not a Cowboy hater. I'm more of a non-believer in the Cowboys, as any smart football fan should be.
Cowboy pessimist.
That's even more fair. But the reasons against all the other teams are a lot louder than the reasons against the Cowboys. And that's where I'm gonna put my money. I'm putting my 235 with Dallas. Mod, send me some money so I can put this bet in. I don't want to bet my own money. NFC North be the best division in football 3 years running. The favorites to win this division, fair. I will say this, it's fair. Detroit Lions plus 170. That's your NFC team, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, this is where I stopped believing in what's going on here. The Packers are plus 225, followed by the Bears, who won this division last year. Number 3, we heard this before, plus 305. Shout out to Miami. And followed by the Vikings, rounding up the bunch, plus 510 odds to win the NFC North. Now, fun fact for the Vikings. The Vikings had a 9-8 record last year, same as the Lions. One more win, they would have won the division. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they did come in last, or the Lions. It was a lot of tiebreakers, but there's arguments to be made against the Vikings. They have a quarterback controversy going on. If you have 2 quarterbacks, B, what do you have?
None.
There you go. The Packers. Listen, I hate the Packers. That's not breaking news.
It's not a well-kept secret.
Not a well-kept secret. I hate the Packers, but I'm gonna be very fair to them. They have done absolutely jack shit all season to improve their chances from last season. I have no idea what makes them plus 235. And B, you probably can speak on this. They have a lot of fans there, right? In Lambeau.
Yeah, well, and a lot of them own part of the team.
Yeah. So that would probably speak to where their line is sitting right now. The Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions, they have a lot of specialized weapons. They brought in a offensive coordinator who I think highly of, Drew Petzik out of Arizona. If they can stay healthy, I wouldn't be shocked if they win this division. They've got elite talent. But the Bears, I don't think the Bears have done anything to make me want to say that they can't win this division. I don't think the Bears taking any steps back. B, I don't want to be a bias. I don't want to be biased about this. B, tell me where you're leaning.
Well, I don't get in the business of just making my friends feel good by picking their teams. The Lions had a lot of injuries last season. So much so that, it was going to be hard for them to field a team at the end of the year. But listen, They lost their linebacker. What's his name? Anzalari.
Yes,
The
Anzalone.
one that's really good at coverage and sideline to sideline. They still have Campbell, but he's more of a between the tackles thumper. Branch. I think he'll be back.
We don't know when Branch is going to be back.
Yeah, I think he'll be back, but I don't know when. I have some questions at corner. I really like their offense, but at plus 170, I don't like the juice. The Packers, the only thing that they've done is they've had a couple guys that are rehabbing, tight end rehabbing. They have Micah Parsons rehabbing, and that's what they're counting on to come back and uplift their team. I can't bet. I can't put my money on Micah Parsons at plus 225 when he just gets on, podcast and talks about his foot fetish. I agree with you. I like the Bears at plus 305.
Now, if you were inclined to take something for the Vikings, or if you were inclined to hate the Packers the Vikings are a current underdog. I think they're plus 2.5 to the Packers week 1. I'm taking that. The Packers are
well. Here's the thing: if the Vikings get you say the Bengals, if they get an average or better play on defense, they're going to be hard to beat. You can say that about the Vikings at quarterback. I'm a huge J.J. McCarthy fan. He's one of my favorite players that ever went to Michigan. He did not play well last year.
Understatement.
If him or Kyler Murray get in there and play well week to week, not flashes, because J.J. McCarthy had some flashes last year that were crazy. But you got to play consistent football. If they get consistent play out of that quarterback room in the middle of the pack, they're going to be tough. That defense is tough. The coaching is tough. But that's a big if. So I like the Bears plus 305.
We are locked in the NFC South. Sorry, going too far. NFC South. Now we talked about the AFC South being a coin flip. Same thing. NFC. Tampa Bay Bucks plus 164. In New Orleans Saints plus 265. The Carolina Panthers plus 310. Atlanta Falcons plus 425.
Now here's the thing. You and I have been lockstep quite a bit so far. This is where I think you're going to see a divide. I don't think we're going to probably park our cars in the same garage on this one. I don't think we're going to place our money on the same team.
Well, on the count of 3, who you taking? 1, 2, 3. Saints. Oh,
what?
How you like that?
Oh, I am a shuck boy. Pay? Are you a shuck boy?
I am shucking it.
Oh, shuck boy. Listen, Tim Lyons, you're not wrong. The division is trash, but we're all putting money on the Saints. Saints plus 265. Listen, Tampa Bay, I don't like it at plus 164. You could possibly give me an argument at the Carolina Panthers at plus 310, and I'll listen to you. But then I'm going to remember that the quarterback I can stuff in the back of my trunk. So I like probably Saints is where I'm going Saints plus 265.
The Saints have the second easiest projected schedule right now. They finished last season 4-1, averaging 25 points a game, along with Tyler Shuck, who played pretty good football last year, right? You have an improved running game. Travis Etienne, you brought in Caden Ellis, was a linebacker. They've improved their wide receiver core. Listen, no disrespect to the Panthers, as you said. I like the Panthers. I do think the Panthers are going to. I've been praising the Panthers a lot on a bunch of different shows the last couple of seasons. B, you can speak to that.
Yes, sir.
I do not have any real animus against the Fighting Bakers in Tampa Bay. I think they are I think they're going to also be a very good team, very contend for this division. However, but you do have the contract situation going on with Vita Vea. You do have the contract situation going on with Baker Mayfield himself. Also, I mean, those things tend to spill over onto the field more times than not, especially when you have one of your best defensive players asking for a trade as camp is starting. Those things are never good. And the only team I'm writing off is the team in Atlanta. The camp just started, and both of their quarterbacks are hurt already. Get them out of here.
Yeah, and we haven't seen enough out of Penix, and we have seen enough out of Tua.
Oh, I've seen enough out of Penix too. Get them both out of my life. Go to Canada and play football from now on, both of you. That leaves us one more division there, B, the NFC West. We have the favorite. I think this is the favorite to win it all. The LA Rams, plus 100, followed by the defending Super Bowl champions, Seattle Seahawks, plus 205. San Francisco 49ers, the multi-injured San Francisco 49ers, even the injuries have now reached their coach, plus 305. Shout out to Miami. And the Arizona Cardinals, the highest odds I think we've seen out of any team to win a division, plus 10,000. All right, B. I think we parking our cars in the same garage here, right? The Rams are winning this division.
The only team in this division I would bet right now.
The only one. I mean, to that point, I wouldn't even bet. I mean, it's pretty much a lock right now.
I agree with you. This is not a lot of bang for your buck. I've got some bets with the Rams in it that we'll talk about down the road. And I think that's where I'm going to spend my money.
All right. So just as a recap, all of our division winners, we have the Rams winning that division in the NFC West. We have the Saints, NFC South, the Bears, NFC North, and the last NFC division, the Cowboys to win the East over in the AFC, Broncos. B took the Jacksonville Jaguars in the South. I took the Tennessee Titans as the long shot. I love my underdogs. The Bengals, we both agreed with that one in the AFC North, and in the AFC East, we have an agreement with the Patriots.
I like the agreements.
There you go.
We got good notes going on over here.
We like good notes. Let's go ahead and take our first break, and let's come back to some more. How would you say awards and any outlying props that are tickling our fancy? B, how you think about that?
Oh yeah, if that's what you want to do next, we can do that.
Let's do it. We'll be right back, everybody. Stay tuned.
Yeah, welcome back. Once again, you've reached PayDirt. We appreciate you guys rocking with us as we do our NFL's Future podcast here. Give us that thumbs up, that like, that subscribe if you have not done so yet. And please tell a friend to tell a friend, share us, get our name out there. We're going to be here all year talking about who to put your hard-earned ducats on. Hey, what you want to get into now?
All right. We can always do win over unders on wins. We can do awards. We got MVP awards, offensive rookie of the year.
Well, if we do wins, I don't want to go through all of them. I just want to do some highlights. If we got some highlights out there.
Real quick, let's go. What win? What odds are you interested in?
Man, I'll tell you what. I bet the Bengals over already. Now, I'm not going to get into that one. Was that a little bit of a homer pick? Sure. Leave me alone.
Why not?
It's my money. Get out of my pocket. But here's what I really like to hammer. Alluded to it a little bit in our who we picking for the NFC South. The Saints over under 7.5 wins. I like that. Give me that over once again. Shuck boy for life.
To win the division, I would assume that they win more than 8 or more games. So
even if I'm wrong on winning division, I still think they win. I think 8 or 9 is their floor. I think 8.5 should be their floor, not 7.5.
Now, I did say in the last segment that I am a Carolina Panther apologist. I do think they are overlooked a lot more than they should be. I think the Carolina Panthers are a good team. It got them at 7.5 plus 115 for 7.5, going over 7.5. So that really must tell you their line is really 6.5 wins. So for me, I think that's an easy over. Easy over for them. I mean, I know a lot of people don't really buy into the Bryce Young stuff. But if you really actually watch him, if you paid attention to any of his numbers, I mean, he's legit. I'm not calling him a future Pro Bowler or an All Pro on any level. I ain't saying anything like that. And you can also point out the fact that they're going to have right now the third most difficult schedule. But I can't fathom any situation in which they don't get 7 wins. 6.5 wins as their line right now. I can't see that. I'm going over on that one.
All right. Well, I'm gonna throw one. I'm gonna try and get an assist here. I'm gonna try and throw you one here because I think I got another one that may interest you. I want to know your take on. You like that Titans plus 800. Do you like the Titans over under and 6.5?
Ooh, Titans 6.5. Yes, I do, B. Yes, I do. Because again, just to win the division. Even if and we talk about this all the time as far as like hedging your bets and just betting smart. 8-1 odds, it's a long shot. Yes, I agree. But I do think the Titans are going to be very much improved. They were a 4-win team last year, right? Can they win 3 more games? Robert Saleh and Brian Daboll are on the coaching staff. They have improved their roster. 3 more wins is the floor. Give me that. That over is almost, I can taste that over. Go ahead and let me hedge that 8-1 bet right now.
All right. So listen, I'm a big fan of hammering the overs. I'm going to throw 2 unders at you here back to back that I like and see what you think about them. 1, Kansas City Chiefs, 10.5. I think they're a 9-win team, maybe a 10-win team at tops. So that's where I'm taking the under on the Chiefs. Then, especially now they got a little turmoil over there with the Chiefs. Weird things.
Did you hear that Patrick Mahomes is back to practice already?
I did hear that.
He's not on the pup either. So,
now here's another one that I have an under on, and I'm gonna go ahead and apologize to my esteemed colleagues, mother-in-law. I picked the Seahawks to miss the playoffs this year. Their over-under is at 10.5. I'm going to go ahead and hammer that under. My 2 big bets are going to be the under on the Seahawks and the over on the Saints and wins.
Now, B, that is risky. We talk about worst to first and first to worst a lot. That is win the Super Bowl that they don't make the playoffs the next year? What are you saying?
Huh?
All right. I definitely don't disagree with the Kansas City Chiefs. They get a lot of fluff in the betting community just because of who they are. They're always on commercials, so I guess people love to just bet who they see. And when you see someone a lot, you're definitely going to assume that they're good. Okay, that's fine. And they just had a royal wedding. Kelsey and his wife, shout out to them, Taylor Swift. They might. Do they still want to play football? We shall find out. But I'm definitely taking the over. I'm definitely taking the under for the Kansas City Chiefs. I agree with you there. Seattle, I'm gonna let you ride. You're gonna be a lone wolf on that one, dog.
There's some history with the NFC West winning the Super Bowl and not making the playoffs.
Let's hear it.
The last time the NFC West won the Super Bowl, 2021. Los Angeles Rams beat the Bengals. 2022, no playoffs.
Ooh. Just that one? No more history?
The most recent one.
Okay.
Most recent one. Yeah.
You know what? Trends are a real thing when you're gambling. So I'm going to keep an eye on that one.
All right. That's all I got for wins. The over-under on the wins.
Okay. While we're here, you want to talk about playoffs? Any sneaky teams to make the playoffs? Let's talk about the long shots first. I think this is the easiest way to talk about this. The teams that are not favored to make the playoffs. Let's start with the Dallas Cowboys plus 105, Jacksonville Jaguars plus 110, Tampa Bay Buccaneers plus 118, Pittsburgh Steelers plus 140, Vikings plus 154, Colts plus 170, Saints plus 184, Commandos. This is where you start getting good value. Plus 215 for the Commanders, plus 220 for the Panthers, Falcons plus 240, Giants plus 255. Even better odds. Tennessee Titans plus 340. Cleveland Browns plus 570, Raiders 600 plus 600, Jets plus 690, and we don't even talk about the Dolphins and the Cardinals because they are not making the playoffs. B, did I mention any team though you are sure that they are going to the playoffs?
Man, I think the Jacksonville Jaguars. I know it's not a sexy pick because it's not real high up on your list. It's like plus 118, I think you said.
Plus 110.
110. It's not really good.
Yeah, I think those ones are more so on the line. They're like 8-win teams. I mean, they can go either way. That's where that plus 100 is stuff is coming in. If you want your value, start with the Carolina Panthers at plus 220 and work your way down. That's where your value is. I do think the Carolina Panthers are a good team. They play in a division that is up for grabs. The Giants play in a division that I think is up for grabs as well, but I do not like some of the last things I've seen on the Giants lately, namely Cam Scatterboo. Not very convincing right now. The Cleveland Browns, while they also have two quarterbacks, and what does that mean, B?
You got none.
You got none. Plus 570. I mean, everything outside of the quarterback room is looking really good for the Browns. But if they figure out that quarterback thing, that plus 570 could look really good in your bank account.
That'd be the first time they figured out that quarterback thing in 25 years.
Yes, they definitely don't know what they're doing when it comes to quarterbacks. All right, B. Enough of that nonsense. Let's talk something more fun. Let's talk awards.
All right.
Shall we start? MVP, Offensive Rookie of the Year. Where do you want to go?
I think we should probably work our way up. Let's go with Offensive Rookie of the Year. Yeah.
Offensive Rookie of the Year. Let's do it. So, Offensive Rookie of the Year. The odds are here. Jeremiah Love at plus 400. Probably the only thing you're going to be ever looking into for when it comes to the Arizona Cardinals. Oh, I forgot. They still got Trey McBride. So, Jeremiah Love at plus 400, followed by Fernando Mendoza at plus 425, Carnell Tate plus 550, Jordan Tyson plus 600, Jadarian Price plus 700, Mekhi Lemon plus 1,000. And I mean, that's pretty much where it ends as far as likely Offensive Rookie of the Years. Or do you see something else there, B?
Listen, my big odd bet here, my big odds would be, I think KC Concepcion at plus 2,800 has outside chance. But my favorite for this Offensive Rookie of the Year, I'm gonna stick with my Shuck Boy feeding Jordan Tyson.
I like it.
This has become a Saints love fest. I didn't even realize that as I went through here, but I like Jordan Tyson at plus 600. You talk about athletically gifted wide receiver, and it's somebody that's on a team that established itself on offense last year, had a very good season, and now you're looking at you've got a very good target on the other side of the field in Chris Olave, so they're not going to be able to roll coverage to him. I like this one a lot. Plus 600.
I mean, you got to roll with it, right? We think the Saints are going to be a pretty fantastic team. Maybe fantastic, a little bit too much dip on the chip. But we think the Saints are going to be a vastly improved team, especially offensively. So Jordan Tyson, I can see where you're going.
Overachieving team.
I like that too. Casey Concepcion. While we were talking about the Browns do have a nice wide receiver room. Casey Concepcion, he's a dog. It would not shock me. I mean, they did have the defensive rookie of the year last year. Why couldn't they make the offensive rookie of the year? However, for them to have that, they would need to figure out some semblance what's going on with their quarterback. And I don't know if the Browns are going to. I think the Browns are going to do what the Browns are normally do in that situation. They're going to start Deshaun Watson, and they're going to PP on themselves all season. How about this? Fernando Mendoza, second highest odds to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. What's the most visible position in football?
Quarterback.
The number one draft pick in this last draft was a quarterback, Fernando Mendoza. At some point, he's going to start. I'm not certain he will start week 1. I'm not certain that he won't start week 1. If I was to place a bet, I would assume that Fernando Mendoza would have the best chance to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. Now, Jeremiah Love, I know he's got the offense is pretty much his in Arizona. I grant you that. But a running back,
I think he's going to run into what Ashton Genty did last year.
Ooh, I think that's
stacked box and not a great offensive line.
I kind of think the offensive line is better than what they have in Vegas from a running perspective. Now, Ashton Johnson, he doesn't really have a running back body, especially at the pro level, right? He got balled up a lot last year, and I do believe that Jeremiah Love has a little bit more of what it takes to flash a little bit more. However, Fernando Mendoza, he's a quarterback. He has the ball in his hand every play. I don't think the Raiders are going to be great, but I do think he's going to be on display so much that they're going to just say, "What the hell? Give it to him." If I was betting this, and I'm officially not betting Offensive Rookie of the Year, but if I was going to bet, I would go with the safest pick. That would be the quarterback.
Tim Lyons over here in the chat says Jadarian Price again plus 700. I don't dislike that. Charbonnet out for the Seahawks to start. He's going to get the majority of the workload. I think he'll be able to maintain quite a bit of it when Charbonnet comes back. I didn't take him at plus 700, even though I've talked about it, just because if he is the offensive player of the year, my prediction about the Seahawks not making the playoffs is probably wrong.
Okay. Let's move on down to defensive rookie of the year. Want to go there? Let's go there.
Yeah. The old D-Roy.
All right. This one's a little bit more sexy. Ruben Bain Jr., fantastic player out of the University of Miami. Plus 500. He's tied with David Bailey. Same odds. Sonny Styles, plus 750. Caleb Downs, plus 750. Arvell Reese, plus 750. Mansour Delaney, plus 900. Akeem Mesador, plus 1,300. Jacob Rodriguez, plus 1,600. Malachi Lawrence, plus 18. I think all these guys have a great chance of winning this award. All the way down to Dylan Thieneman for the Chicago Bears, plus 2,000. Help me out here. I don't know where to go with this. I think these are all great picks.
Man, there's some tough names in here. I'm looking to see if there's anybody that has long odds that I think might surprise me.
Emmanuel McNeil Warren, plus 5,000.
No, I didn't see any that really stuck out to me. I think it's going to be one of the two Ohio State guys, and I don't like saying that. You see a lot of maize and blue back here. I'm wearing my GOAT number 2 Charles Woodson shirt right now. It hurts me, but look, I think my money are on. You got plus 750 on either Sonny Styles or Caleb Downs. I think it's got to take one of those two guys.
Really?
Yep.
Tim Lyons in the comments says, Caleb Downs, he agrees with you. He's Bobby Boucher.
Bobby Boucher.
Oh, no, he's saying he would take Bobby Boucher at 25,000 odds. Okay. All right. It's a great pick. For me, I don't care. I'm gonna just go be a homer, man. Dylan Thieneman plus 2,000. Bet it up. He's gonna start week 1. He's gonna play a prominent position for the Chicago Bears. I mean, maybe a nickel corner, maybe a safety. We shall see. But he's going to be out there on the field. He's going to have a lot of opportunity. Man,
it's part of the reason why I like Sonny Styles and Caleb Downs so much too.
Yeah,
they're going to be at very familiar positions for themselves, and they're going to be filling a huge void. So,
I wouldn't be shocked. Officially, I'm going to leave that. I'm going to leave some meat on the bone for that one because I'm not going to put any money on none of them guys. I wish them all the luck in the world. Let's go to the more established players, Pete.
All right.
Defensive Player of the Year. Do you have a favorite in your mind who you think will be there?
I mean, is it the Comeback Player of the Year too?
No. It is, let's see.
I'm just saying,
Are you talking about for
Aaron Donald? Can Aaron Donald come back and win both these things?
Oh, man. Yeah. I just came from LA, but I'm so sick of their sports scene right now. They get everything, and I'm tired of it. They got Myles Garrett and Aaron Donald trying to work his way back to the league. Enough. You already got Shohei Ohtani. You already had Magic Johnson. You already had LeBron. Come on. Enough. Leave some for the rest of us. But that would be a sneaky good play. I do not believe, and DraftKings is making a big mistake not having Aaron Donald name already listed here somewhere. Maybe to their credit, they don't have his name listed here. But his teammate or prospective teammate, Myles Garrett, leads the odds with plus 450. Will Anderson at plus 700. Aiden Hutchinson at plus 800. Max Crosby plus 850. Nick Bosa plus 1,300. Nick Bonito plus 1,400. TJ Watt, wow, plus 1,800. Brian Burns tied with him. Jared Verse plus 2,200, the former LA Ram. And Trey Henderson plus 2,500. He's tied with Danielle Hunter at the same odds. B, you leaning anywhere which way with this one?
I am. I'm going to split a unit here and bet 2 long shots. I like the long shots on the depoys. They've hit in the past. I think they hit again. The 2 that I would split this long shot are both playing in a defensive backfield. I think it's time for a defensive backfield, not just a sack artist. I don't think any sack artists are going to run away with it this year. So because of that, I'm going to sprinkle some money on Mr. Kyle Hamilton. I think with Jesse Minter and what they've done with defense there, I think they're going to move him around. I think they'll lean into him quite a bit. And I mentioned him earlier, man. I don't know why Patrick Surtain II is plus 7,500. This guy, he was top 3, top 3 voting last year? Top 4? You can't give me plus 7,500 on a guy that's going to be in the top 5 more than likely. I'm taking it. So I'm going to split a unit on those two guys.
For me, defensive player of the year primarily goes to guys who get sacks. I mean, it's we talked about this visible players, right? Unless you have a special season like Danielle Reeves back in the day, or you just stack up a bunch of interceptions or something along those lines, it's generally going to go to somebody who's racking up sacks. So in my mind, I'm thinking, who would be in or around league leader in sacks? Can Myles Garrett do it again? Can he, get up, did he that level of play to do it on the left coast? Probably not. I think they're what they got going on out there is a little bit more team oriented. So with that being said, do I think Nick Bosa is going to be healthy? No. Do I think TJ Watt still got enough in the tank to do it? I would lean again. I would go away from that. Trey Henderson, he's playing with a more talented defense. I don't know if it's going to be better this year. More thoughts on that later. But can he, get up to that level? He's playing with Baltimore, who's the favorite for the division. He's going to be prominently. He's going to be focused on a lot. But I do not have that type of belief in him. So I'm going to put on Aiden Hutchinson plus 800. I do think he is ready to take that next step and
I like that.
Arrive in the NFL. Aiden Hutchinson.
To your defense there, the past 7 years, only 2 corners have won. Only 2 non-defensive linemen. Can you name those 2?
Ooh, past 7 years. Let's see. We have what's my guy name? He used to play for the Patriots all those years.
Stephon
Diggs.
Oh, Stephon Gilmore.
I'm sorry. I'm thinking of TMZ stuff, not
There you go. And then the other one is the aforementioned 2024 Defensive Player of the Year, Patrick Surtain the second.
Mm-hmm. And Surtain got a little boost because he's a special teamer as well. So
let's look at this though. Myles Garrett wins in 23, Surtain in 24, Garrett in 25. Could it be Surtain again in 26? We'll never know till the end of the season. Cash my check.
Just for anybody interested, Patrick Surtain, he's not listed here. So I mean,
he's plus 7,500.
Plus 7,500. Where did I pass him up?
Patrick Surtain the second, plus 7,500.
Oh, there he is. Yeah, I did pass him up. Plus 7,500. He's got worse odds than Sauce Gardner. I don't like that.
Tim Lyons is spitting facts here. He says if Hamilton's the defensive player of the year, the Bengals are going to be in trouble. That's right.
Very much so. All right. Should we talk offensive player of the year now?
Hail to the Yale.
Let's do it. Offensive player of the year. Best odds, Jahmyr Gibbs plus 650, who is doing a hold-in right now, right?
Yeah.
Followed by his counterpart in the best running back in the league discussion, Bijan Robinson plus 850, probably the only thing worth betting going in Atlanta. You got Ja'Marr Chase plus 950, Puka Nacua plus 1,100, Christian McCaffrey plus 1,300, Justin Jefferson plus 1,400, Jackson Smith-Njigba, I said it right, plus 1,600, Saquon Barkley plus 1,800, CeeDee Lamb also tied with him at plus 1,800, and James Cook plus 2,000. This is tough. This is tougher than Defensive Rookie of the Year because all these guys can ball. Not Christian McCaffrey. So, if I'm going to get rid of Taysom Hill is leaving the Saints. Wow. Okay. Breaking news for all those who care about the Saints and Taysom Hill. if I'm to eliminate one person to make this easier for me out of the top 10 names, I'm taking Christian McCaffrey out of the mix. Why am I doing that? He's the elder statesman. At some point he's going to wind down, and it is not going to be in this conversation anymore. What do you think?
I would second that, and then I would probably look at, do you trust Justin Jefferson's quarterback situation?
No, he is the reason why I didn't go back to back in our fantasy league, because I had Justin Jefferson because I thought he was quarterback proof. Prove me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Your boy JJ McCarthy ruined it for me. However, this isn't a JJ McCarthy dragging through the mud show. I'm just going to say Justin Jefferson is another name I would X out of this while they're having quarterback controversies in Minnesota. Move him up out of there. Another name while we're on the move some names out conversation, Jackson Smith-Njigba. Now, this has nothing to do with his talent. I think he's certified. But this is more to do with the quarterback. Once again, do I think Darnold can do it again? Do I think defenses are going to allow Jackson Smith-Njigba to be in an automatic over 6.5 catches every game? Once again, I do not think so. I think the offense is going to be a little bit more spread out this time around. Just because you don't come into the season doing the same thing as you did last year. Jackson Smith-Njigba did catch a lot of people off guard last season. It won't be the same situation. I'm going to go ahead and take him out of the mix for this right now. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't trust that either. I'm sitting here looking at the top 4 names. If you're making me try to find somebody that has high odds, I don't know that I want to spend my money this route, but I would look at maybe Amon-Ra St. Brown or Mario and Hampton. If the Chargers are going to be that team that has a chance to finish first or second, I think he needs to be the real deal and have a good comeback season.
For Offensive Player of the Year, you got to be on a good team.
So those are my sprinkle. If you want something, looking for something high odds, like I said, not spending my money there. I'm in a brain battle here.
Your brain beating me
with Bijan Robinson, Jamar Chase, Puka Nacua.
But no Gibbs, huh?
I homer Jamar Chase. No, I think he'll get some touchdowns taken away from him because they'll run it with Pacheco when they get close. I think they'll also they throw the ball close to the line. Laporta will have some touchdowns, whatever. So I don't like Gibbs at those odds. I like Jamar at plus 950. I also can make in my mind at plus 950 versus Puka at plus 1100. The amount of weapons the Bengals have versus the amount of weapons the Rams have. I think the Rams will have to feed Puka a little bit more. So for money wise, I'd rather have that plus 1100. All things else considered pretty equal. And I like Bijan Robinson too, man. I think the Falcons are going to have to lean on him heavily, and I think he's poised to have either this year or next year be the best year of his career.
I don't disagree with nothing you said, but I'm gonna go again. You got to, if you're not going to be on a good team and win this award, you have to be have a historically good season. Bijan, while he's a fantastic player, he's not going to have a historically good season, and I do not think the Falcons are going to be a good team. So I'm going to go ahead and X him out too. Puka Nacua, health is my concern with him.
Okay.
Jahmyr Gibbs, the play-in thing scares me as well. I would like to. I don't like to. If I'm going to put a future bet on somebody, I need to be locked. I need that play to be locked in right now. So this really comes down to two players for me: Jamar Chase and CeeDee Lamb. I think either way, I would take. I would take both. I mean, you can't parlay future bets anyway. You're going to have to do singles. I would take both. Plus 950 for Jamar Chase is good odds. Plus 1,800 for CeeDee Lamb is even better. So if I'm gonna split the baby and only take one, I'm going with the juice. Give me plus 1,800 for CeeDee Lamb. I do believe that division is the Cowboys' division to lose. Their offense is high octane. They're going to throw the ball. CeeDee Lamb, he had a little regression last year, and it wasn't because he played. It wasn't because he was hurt. Well, he was hurt. He did miss 4 games, but it wasn't because George Pickens came and took all the shine. CeeDee Lamb just had other than the injuries, he had uncharacteristically dropped balls last year. Too many of them. That ain't his game. I respect a return to form for CeeDee Lamb, and I respect that offense to be top 3 all season long. I'm gonna take the juice, and I'm gonna take my trust in CeeDee Lamb because he's certified.
I like it.
What do we have left here?
The most valuable player.
Ooh, the big award. Before we pull up the odds, do you have a favorite that you're looking at for MVP?
I sure as heck do.
Who?
There was an episode of Run Through the Jungle. If you didn't see it, you should go back in the archive and check it out. It was the one that was titled, our hot takes, divisional hot takes. And my divisional hot take for the AFC North was that the MVP resides as a quarterback of the Cincinnati Bengals.
There we go.
And I'm sticking to it. I think Joe Burrow is talented enough to win one. And if not this year, win. All 11 starters back in camp. Everybody is healthy. Jamar Chase is already in people's faces in the first day of practice. I love it. I'm saying I think it's Burrow's time to shine. I like what he's doing with taking a step forward and being more vocal as a leader. If not now, when? Give me Burrow plus 850.
That's a good homer pick. That obviously is an actually good pick too. He's third highest odds. I'm not so certain that the two players in front of him, as far as odds, Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen, are so much better than him that they're going to run away with it. Lamar, I think he's on the tail end of his prime right now. So I'm going to fade some of the things that he can do, respectfully, of course. And Josh Allen, he got his one MVP. Let's wrap that up. Patrick Mahomes, he's done with the MVPs. So out of the top 5 names, Joe Burrow makes the most sense. But here's where I'm going with this. I'm going to go 10-1. I'm going Drake May. Drake May should have won MVP last year. No disrespect to Matt Stafford. I think Matt Stafford deservingly got the award. I mean, it's a Lifetime Achievement Award if you ask me. But for my money, I think Drake May had a better season. One, he led that team out of nowhere to win that to win all those games, had a long winning streak, had the team obviously in the playoffs. The playoffs don't matter when it comes to this award, but they ended up representing the AFC in the conference. Drake May, the cream of the 2024 quarterback crop, and I say that as a Caleb Williams truther. He elite efficiency last year. He completed nearly 4,000 yards passing, had over 400 yards rushing, fewer than 500 pass attempts last year. All of this. Now he's got AJ Brown. Well, he did all that with no real bankable receivers. Now he's got AJ Brown. I think Romeo Doubs is there too now. So I would expect this to be an even better year for Drake May. And again, juice is where we're looking for. We're looking for something that's going to give us the most value. And 10-1, I mean, you can't do much better than value. If I'm making a bet in July, that is a good bet to make, especially for somebody who's the runner-up in MVP. He's the 6th, tied for 5th best, longest odds. Come on, man. Give it to him.
I expect them to fall back a little bit this year, but I get your argument.
I mean,
your argument. He's got to play better. He's got to play a better schedule this year. It's going to be a little rougher.
True.
But I do like 10-1 though, for sure.
I will give you this. You gave me a historical data earlier. How about this one? Since Tom Brady won his first MVP at age 30 in 2007, the historical average age for a first-time MVP winner entering a prime of their career has been exactly 27 years old. You know who two quarterbacks are 27 years old this year?
I don't.
One of them you cited heavily earlier in the season. That's Trevor Lawrence.
Okay.
Trevor Lawrence is right now, he is the he's plus 2,200 for MVP odds. I mean, if we talked about Joe Burrow, you said it first. If not now, when? You like Jacksonville to make a big splash this year? Splash. So I mean, yeah, it's there. If you all think Trevor Lawrence and these Jacksonville Jaguars are going to be a cream of the AFC South crop, not a bad pick, not a bad bet to make in July. Throw a little unit on there. It's a good return if you end up being right. Another player that's also turning 27, that's also 27 this year, Bo Nix, plus 3,500. I like that a lot less, but if you like the historical data, check it out.
Well, I'll throw another name in there, 27-year-old quarterback. Jordan Love.
Okay. Thanks for watching, everybody. That'll be the end of our show. You can catch us every Wednesday during the season talking football picks and all of our bets. It's been a pleasure, B.
You know what you should do? You got this list over here of our bets. Why don't you screenshot that and let's make a little me and you will go through our favorites out of what we got here, 18?
We have 18 picks.
We'll go through our favorites out of there and put together a little something to throw out on social media. What do you think?
Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Real quick before we get.
You can pick your favorite 5. I'll pick my favorite 5. We don't need to do it on the air. I got another show in 8 minutes.
Okay.
But we'll do it.
You got another show in 8 minutes?
Pick your 5. I'll pick my 5. And then we'll throw it out on social media for people.
We can do that. Pay attention to what we got going on all our socials. Don't go too far from your device you're watching this on. Running Through the Jungle is coming up next. B, you got anything you want to say on the way out?
Oh, thank God it's football season, man. It is football season. We have not gotten the date solidified yet, but here in the next few weeks, shortly coming, we will have our PayDirt fantasy football show. So we'll have that one coming up for you as well. So keep an eye out there. Watch the social medias. Watch for the show notifications and catch us again and hit some PayDirt.